My name is Luke Lentes. I'm from London. I'm a choreographer and dancer. Have a background in freestyle and kind of competitive dance, hip hop, street dance, this type of thing. And in the last few years, I've been moving more towards longer pieces, bit of work in theatre, and kind of exploring the more long form pieces as opposed to competitive or showcase pieces. My research during the residency has been based around the idea of exploring how other art forms create. A lot of times in dance and the theatre work that I've been doing in London, people create from a narrative focus, so they want to tell a story or something like that. But if you look at things like architecture or fashion or sometimes sculpture or these type of art forms, they create from the point of references or influences or functionality, and it's still just as valid artwork. So I wanted to look into how these things are created and what effect they have on people viewing them. So the trace, I guess, will be I did some filming in these different places. I'm gonna maybe do like a live showing in one of the places. I think, I've been kind of exploring these different spaces where how a dancer can fit into these different spaces and these different stages that are kind of created throughout the city and kind of becoming part of the architecture, and how it can showcase the dance in these places as well. There's a few different spaces that we filmed in. Down by the Danish Architecture Centre, there's a few different places. The main one, which I'll probably do the live showing, is the big stairs just in front of there. I don't know the name of these stairs. But I was looking at spaces that kind of created a platform or a stage or a kind of space to present dance throughout the city. So I was looking for spaces that looked like they were almost missing something, which could be me or a dancer or a body, whether that be like on top of it, underneath it, to the side of it, but just spaces that kind of felt like they were ready to present something. A lot of the kind of daily research was like going around looking at the different spaces, seeing what I could find, taking pictures and kind of looking at the pictures. Also like going to things like museums, and Architecture Centre had an exhibition and things like this, and kind of seeing what these things could tell me. I think that there was like different parts of the research, so some of the stuff that I was seeing, I was learning different stuff than when I was like going and moving in the spaces and stuff like that. I think the diary was helping a lot as well, like kind of writing down my thoughts about each space, and it kind of a lot throughout the month, like a lot of things changed of kind of what I started off looking at, and then it became about this, and then it became about this, and it was like I was writing down a lot of it to be able to kind of check in with myself and see, am I still on track, or has things changed? A lot of kind of going out and taking stuff in and then writing stuff down, looking at pictures, these type of things. I think it gave me a lot of space, which is good, this one. I think it was a really good lesson in like learning how to learn, if that makes sense. So it was quite a lot of very free time to do whatever I wanted, and so it's kind of different than what I usually do, which is like working on a project or working on a job where there's an outcome, there's a deadline, there's a show, there's a brief that I have to fill. This was very like a lot of free time, and it made me keep questioning what do I want, and I think that's important as well, to like not think like, oh, what could I make, because there's like, or what could I do, or what could I research, because there's loads of options, but it's like, what do I want to research, or what do I want to make? And it was really a good lesson in not being selfish, but like thinking about myself instead of thinking about what does this person want from me, what does this company want from me. It's just like, okay, but what do I want to get out of this? What do I want to create? What do I want to learn? I think it's probably the first time I really had the freedom to do that. So it was really nice to be like, okay, this is what it feels like to put myself first for a month, which is, I mean, yeah, it's not often that we learn that lesson. So it was really good to be able to do that and kind of put my own artistic practice and my own art, I guess, like number one priority, and not like at the bottom after I finish everything that I need to do. So yeah, I think that was good.